careful what you aim at. Careful what you aim at. Careful what you aim at. Be careful what you aim at. What's cracking, baby? How you doing? Yo, 1 2 1 2. Oh. Yo, 1 2. Oh, come on. Yeah. Uno. 1 2 1 2. Is that any good now, or is that still crackling? Oh, come on, baby. Yeah. Finite, infinite, all that. What is cracking, gang? How you doing? Welcome to the thing. Welcome aboard. We in the house. It's a delightful day to be here with you. How you doing, Andrew Pullman? I like that people just go straight in with it. I don't even have to ask you any questions. Faith is punching the like button before the video even starts. Yes, that's true. Hello, Fool Killer. Hello, Jedi 009. Sitting here waiting to get a tooth pulled while my face numbs up. Have faith in me, or rather my doctor. It's you that needs to have the faith. Although I suppose all of us having faith will aid with that. It's something like prayer. In fact, it is prayer, isn't it? Alec Moran says, bless up the chat. Chat, bless it. Thank you, brother Moran. Alex says, I have faith in turning the chat. No, in the chat. Ha, turning green this evening. The chat's looking pretty green already. Oh no, don't do that. Hey, have faith in my microphone. Yo. Do I need a new cable? No. Yo. 1 2 1 2 1 2. That sounds better, right? I think that's better. I gotta say that crunchy sound was quite pleasing, but obviously untenable. Big Bad Wolf says, I did my duty and absolutely smashed the like. Cedric says, Church of Meaning Wednesday night mass. Jules Vaughan, whoop, evening yaw. Church and dinner on the ground on Wednesday when I was a little kid. Is this mic being weird? Chad, hello, you glorious wave riders. About to be baptized in the waves of meaning. Amen, says Alec Moran. Correct. Yeah. Mason casually vibing in. Casey says, nice open. Hey, thanks. We're talking about faith. I've been thinking about it a lot. Was the mic fine all along? It was that wire there. Look at that. See? You didn't hear any problems, did you? It was my faulty wire. Jason, remind me to replace that wire. Oh, no, you can't. No, Jason, he's ill. Have faith in the healing of Jason. Microphone testing. faith, says Mute Barbecue. Amanda's got ribeyes on the grill. Well. It does seem like everyone's together. We are together as we are meant to be. I've pulled up somewhere interesting today. I don't know what you would call this place. What is this place? It's nice. It's got fire. It's got that home with the multiple arms. I think this is a nice place for us to have a show. A show by Joe. What is faith? I was thinking about, I realized I was thinking about, I have this heuristic, right? I have my lack versus abundance heuristic, wherein I use it to make decisions. So if I'm making a decision, and the decision is coming from a place of a lack versus abundance, then, okay, that's not the right decision. I should be making decisions from a place of abundance. Because I know that whenever I've done that in the past, it has worked. It has led to things working. It has not served me wrong, you know? I find that principle seems to apply all over the place. We've got lots of songs that mention things to do with this that seemingly are unrelated until you start to notice the pattern. The patterning. Henry Garcia says faith over fear. Well, quite. What is faith but the opposite of fear? The opposite of fear is not bravery, it is faith. Because that's what you're doing, right? When you're acting in faith. Faith that you will be caught, right? If you fall backwards off a large building, which you sometimes have to do in life, you do that with faith that you will be caught. That's what people do when they start businesses. If you start a business in fear, it will not do very well. Hello, Walking Mall Poet. The song looping around my head, just like a little bit of it. That's the cool thing about Meaningwave, it will haunt you in that fashion when you need it to. Smash that leg.
Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not.
Right, they don't.
Neither do they spin.
Nope.
And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if God so clothes the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you? O ye of little faith. Little faith. Oh, ye little faith. Shall he not much more clothe you?
Faith.
Therefore, take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? Those are famous lines. That's sort of Christ the hippie, right? It's like, hey, let it all hang out, do your thing, and everything will come to you. But that's seriously not the proper interpretation, because there's a kicker with this, and the kicker is this. For your heavenly Father knows you have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. O ye of little faith. O ye of
little faith. We have little faith. We have little faith.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
Hey.
That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
Right.
That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
Hey.
That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
Right.
That's a lot different than the hippie thing. That's a lot different than the hippie thing. Right? That's a lot different than the hippie thing. That's a lot different than the hippie thing. Right? There's a very, very, very interesting idea here. It's certainly one of the most profound ideas that I've ever encountered. If you configure your life so that what you are genuinely doing is aiming at the highest possible good, then the things that you need to survive and to thrive on a day-to-day basis will deliver themselves to you. If you dare to do the most difficult thing that you can conceptualize, your life will work out better than it will if you do anything else. Well, how are you going to find out if that's true? There's no way you're going to find out whether or not that's true unless you do it. You have to be all in this game. All in this game. All in this game. All in this game.
We have little faith. We have little faith. We have little faith. We have little faith. Akira The Don. He's got clout.
That is one of those ones that took me a little while to suss out, you know? That whole thing. People write to me all the time saying that they've just kind of sussed out what a certain song means, and I have the same thing, you know. I don't instantly get things immediately. Sometimes it takes years, and you go, oh, of course, that's what that meant. You thought it meant something else or something, right? Amazingly on point, Alec Morand, brother Morand, thank you for the support. Blessed brother Morand says, shouts out to Akira. Hang on, let's pull it up. Yeah, that mouse is in. Ah, there we go. Shouts out to Akira and one of my best friends, Jesse. I introduced him to MEANINGWAVE and he got into the Goggins stuff, eating and exercising right. He has now lost almost 140 pounds in the last 6 months. Faith in MEANINGWAVE. That's flipping crazy. For all sorts of, I mean, it's crazy because it's just crazy in general, right? Isn't that beautiful? But I was just talking with a homie of mine who needs to lose 100 pounds, you know, and that sounds like a big thing. Like, how are you going to do that? That sounds like a big thing that will take a long time, so on and so forth. And Brother Morand has just given us an example of Brother Jesse losing 140 pounds in 6 months with the power of eating and exercising and MEANINGWAVE. Isn't that magical? Applause by Joe, applause. I'm going to send that to my homie right now during the next song. Amazing. What up, Derek M? Says, proud to say, since the Dreams MEANINGWAVE, I have started the path to healthy living and regular exercise. Oh shit, thank you for the motivating tunes. Come on. Oh man, I'm so proud of this community. Shouts out to you. Wow, magic. Magic all around, you know what I mean? Moving in faith. Faith. German. Alan Watts would have been one of the 12. Interessante. What a walking more poet. Appreciate you, brother. Says MEANINGWAVE has strengthened my religious faith. How about that? Without even being particularly religious, I suppose, in the traditional fashion. And you are not alone in that sentiment. I've heard that from many people. Mike says, haven't seen you in a minute. Damn, you're looking buff. Hey, thanks. There you go, right? That's another thing. Faith. And discipline and faith. You know, I've just been in Mexico for a couple of years and just started going to the gym every day. When you think about it, just did it. Initially was an absolute mess, just comical. Absolutely comical. Couldn't pick up a barbell, couldn't do a squat. I couldn't do a single squat. Like first day there, Yago had to teach me how to do a squat holding a plate, you know. Halfway through my first class, I had to go outside and heave in the middle of the road, you know. I was trying to do wall balls. I couldn't do a couple wall balls. I remember I was trying to do some burpees. I think I managed 3 and I was like feeling sick. It's hilarious. But you know, just kept doing it. I didn't care that I looked silly or anything like that. It was the right things to do. I knew it was the right things to do. I had faith that it was the right thing to do and that it would all work out, you know. One time, I just got my first record deal and I'd come back to the UK and I was hanging out with some people and they wanted to go to this club, but it was like there was this massive line and it was also very expensive. And they were like, oh, let's do something else then. I was like, no, let's just go here, come with me. And I was just feeling very, very, you know, magical. So many magical things had happened that year. You know, I'd just like gone to America and essentially just like walked into Interscope Records and got given a record deal with the biggest record label on the planet. I felt just very magical, you know. So I just took them and I said, come with me. And we just walked to the front of the line and I smiled at the bouncer and I said, yeah, we're on the list. And they didn't even ask my name. I just walked in and they showed me to where the women were, the women who would take your name, you know, and, or whatever it is. And I just smiled and said, I'm supposed to be here. And they said something like that, right? I can't remember the exact words. It was something like, I'm supposed to be here and these are my friends. And they said, oh, yes, yes. And they just walked us in and took us through the doors and into the nice thing. And we went and had a lovely night. People just came up to us and bought us drinks and stuff like that. It was all very magical and it was because I had faith that was how things were supposed to be. Right? I believed it, so it was true, and it was obvious to everybody else. And things really do seem to work that way. And what's tricky is like how you move yourself from the state of not believing and not having faith into the state of. It's easy to feel magical if something wonderful has just happened to you, right? That's the tricky thing. Nightbot just timed out Alec Moran. How the hell did that happen? How is Nightbot deleting messages? Oh my God, Nightbot just deleted one of Alec Moran's messages that we just got our first 5K run in 2 months. I'm so proud of my guy. Could you believe that? That's insane. How do I undo this? Alec Moran was timed out by Nightbot for 5 seconds. What the fuck? Nightbot has gone rogue. It's an emergency. Nightbot has gone rogue. Oh my goodness. No, this is terrible. How you undo that? How's Nightbot even got the permission? Nightbot just deleted Alec Moran's super chatted message. Luckily, I screenshotted it. How do I? Right, I'm going to delete Nightbot. How do you delete? Put user in timeout. No, I want to put Nightbot in timeout. Oh Lord, this is what happens when support is away for the day. That this craziness occurs. Anyway, I'll put on another song and deal with that. That's what I will do. Good Lord. These robots are revolting. And they've put Alec Brother Moran in jail. A robot that did this. That's crazy. I wanted to listen to this song. I haven't listened to this song for ages. And I wanted to see if there was something new in it. Because this is part of this. Something crazy's been going on as well. My DJ software has removed all my cue points and moved everything. Alright, we'll listen to this song and I will get Brother Miranda out of jail.
finding out what you're doing wrong is not a pleasant experience, and it means that you have to sacrifice part of yourself. Usually a burned out, stupid, bitter, corrupt, arrogant, nasty, vengeful part of yourself, but nonetheless, part that you like. I think that room for those incremental improvements exists within everyone's grasp. And I think that it's a humble thing to do, to ask how you can improve incrementally without interfering with anyone else, like it's your problem, not theirs. But I think that the consequences of maintained incremental improvement are anything but incremental. You get compound interest on incremental improvement. There's another rule in the New Testament called the Matthew Principle. Economists use it, and the rule is, to those who have everything, more will be given. And from those who have nothing, everything will be taken.
Right.
To those who have everything, more will be given. And from those who have nothing, everything will be taken. It's actually a description of the way the world works. You know that if you've ever played Monopoly. To those who have everything, more will be given. Who have nothing, everything will be taken. And there's a reason for that, that's a deep reason. And it's a very harsh rule, because it means as you start to wander off the path, the probability that you will wander further off the path increases non-linearly. And that's a terrible thing to know. As you wander towards the edge, the probability that you'll fall off the cliff increases. And that's statistical justification for the concept of hell. But as you improve, the probability that each improvement will produce a further improvement increases. And so perhaps the downside is the cataclysmic catastrophe that you could engage upon if you reproduce your moral failings. But the upside is that each improvement produces an increment in the probability of the next improvement. To those who have everything, more will be given. And from those who have nothing, everything will be taken. To those who have everything, more will be given. And from those who have nothing, everything will be taken. It's actually a description of the way the world works. You know that if you've ever played Monopoly. To those who have everything, more will be given. And from those who have nothing, everything will be taken. If you're a behavioral psychologist, and I am a behavioral psychologist, what you do is you help a person establish their aim, then you break down what they're trying to do into attainable units. The general consequence of that is that every time they manage an accomplishment, they get a little stronger in character, they get a little bit more confident in their ability, they get a little bit less racked with self-disgust, they get a little bit more hopeful about the future, and they get more confident that they can make another change. And if you're patient, and you have to be patient with yourself that way, it's like you reward those incremental improvements and you don't get all cynical about them, and you think, okay, just imagine what would happen
Incremental improvement.
every week for 10 years. And the answer to that is, things would be so much better for you that you can't even imagine it. With that much improvement. Or maybe even with half that much improvement. To those who have everything, more will be given. And from those who have nothing, everything will be taken. To those who have everything, more will be given. And from those who have nothing, everything will be taken. It's actually a description of the way the world works. You know that if you've ever played Monopoly. To those who have everything, more will be given. And from those who have nothing, everything will be taken. So that's a very good way of progressing.
Is Alec Moran back out of jail? Alex, speak to us. Laura Pibb says, he's free Alec Moran, he is 100% he is innocent. Yeah, I think he is too. And I have not been able to work out why Nightbot is deleting messages. I don't even know how Nightbot has that capacity. I can't see anything in the back end of Nightbot. It's pretty crazy. Nightbot has gone rogue. Nightbot, our little robot, normally just posts links. He's gone mad. It's pretty chilling. To those that have everything more will be given. Well, that's not fair, is it? What the fuck? Those that have nothing all will be taken. If you check out the Meaningwave Top 50 charts, you'll notice that very often Jocko is at the top there, right? There's these couple of Jocko songs that always do incredibly well. And you know, they're grandfathered in. They're on so many playlists and things. It'd be impossible for them not to do well. You know, the more playlists they're on, the more people hear, and the more people put them on playlists. Those songs get added to thousands of playlists. People's personal playlists every month, right? So those songs, you know, they earn revenue, an incredible 0.04 cents a stream. Gracias. I am grateful, actually. And you know, and they continue to do well. And it's difficult for other songs to kind of make a dent on that part of the chart, although it has been known to happen, and I have a feeling it's going to happen quite radically quite soon. Meanwhile, down at the bottom of the charts, there's some songs get with just like so up at the top of the Meaningwave charts. There's songs with like 35,000 streams a month or something, right? Down the bottom, there's songs with like dozens of streams a month. And for those songs, for those that have nothing all will be taken, Spotify has just instigated a thing saying if you don't get more than 1,000 streams on your song, it won't earn anything, right? So that's literally happening to those poor little guys at the bottom. The little that they had has been taken from them. I got into Chaos Magic, I don't know, a while ago, because through Grant Morrison, my homie Grant Morrison, before he was my homie, but I was reading his comics and he would talk about it, and he explained that the nature of Chaos Magic and sigils, you create sigils, and they say your intent, and you make like a little glyph and you meditate on it. And it's like, what you're doing there is you're communicating to your unconscious mind what it is that you're after, and then that will set about organizing your conscious mind into achieving that thing. That was the basics of it. Alec Miranda's back out of jail. He's back out of jail. You can tell he's out of jail, right? Do you know how you can tell he's out of jail? Because he just turned the chat green. Just turn that chat green and dropped a whopping 5 subs. And Salty Rules got one, and Space Panda 2029 got one, and Sleely got one, and Xylophone homie got one, and Hyper Baroque homie got one. And though it was thus that Alec Moran bust out of jail and blessed the chat. Ciao ciao Hig, what's cracking? Appreciate you. Zinzi, what's up? Says hello again from Switzerland, Meaningwave friends. Alec Moran says, I am back to bury gifts for friends. Alec, what happened to you? Were they kind to you, and what did they do to you in jail? What message were you given? Did they explain what your crime was? That was so crazy. So anyway, right, so what you're doing with sigils, I spoke with Jordan Peterson about this, by the way. I suggested that his image that he had created, the meaning of music, was a sigil. He didn't know what sigils were or how they worked. I explained it to him. It was fun. Nice. Moran turns with booty for the community. Yes, he does. All right, so what you're doing, right, with sigils is, and that whole chaos magic idea, is you're communicating to the subconscious what you want to occur, right? And, you know, the Neville Goddard types, Marcus Aurelius's, you know, all these people, Jesus, these people who tell you, you know, that you will become what you think about, right? We become what we think about. Thoughts become things. Your internal becomes your external. Basically, everyone has said that forever. It's the same principle, right? So I guess, like, if you think the opposite of faith is fear, so if you live in fear and you worry all the time and everything is awful and so on and so forth, and you are communicating that to your subconscious, right? Your subconscious, which does the arranging of things for the waking you, the conscious you. So if you're telling your subconscious you ain't shit, your subconscious goes, alright, then you ain't shit, you ain't getting shit. And we'll go around sabotaging you at every turn, because that's what you told it, right? Those who have everything, more will be given. Akira The Don, I'm great, I just got a record deal. I shall now just walk to the front of the line at the club and everyone will give me drinks for no reason. Meanwhile, Akira The Don at other stages in his life, you know, living in an absolute shithole, with broken windows and water coming through and stuff. You know, how could you get worse than that? Oh, the guy at the job center says, oh, come and live with me and you can stay at my crib. And then he tries to bang you, you know? Shit can always get worse. Well, I'll be constantly on myself and the people I love, you know? To, you know, don't worry, don't entertain. I don't even entertain catastrophic shit. You know, I'd be I could deal with some shit. The whole thing in life, right, is like shit doesn't get better, like doesn't get easier, right? It actually gets harder. You know what I mean? It gets harder the deep into life you go. But what happens is that you make yourself into the person that can deal with what happens, and then you make yourself into the person who can deal with even more of what happens, right? So you increase your capacity to deal with shit as the shit intensifies, right? As the shitstorm of life intensifies. I found myself in a position this week, something happened that back in the day would have had me screaming all over the place. And it happened and I was so chill. And I just pivoted straight to just dealing with it, you know, and it was great. And I realized that afterwards. I realized that at the time there was a disconnect between that. I was not emotionally affected by the thing, and it was wonderful because not that long ago that sort of thing would have spun me the fuck out. Cherokee says, I like to not look towards the horrible things. Well, it's not even looking towards them, right? You're conjuring them. You're imagining them, and you have this powerful ass imagination which can bring into being anything at all. And you bring into being that which you least wish to exist? That's what you're going to meditate on? That's what you're going to think about? You know what I mean? Like, it is crazy. It is crazy. You know what I mean? We don't know enough to worry. You know what I mean? Worrying is praying for that which you do not want. I used to say that, right? Worrying is praying for what you don't want. Then I found this bit of speech. I found this bit of Terence McKenna talking about the concept, and he said it better. He said, "Worry is praying to the devil." That's a way better way of putting it. It's not just praying for what you don't want. You're praying to the devil.
It's coming up to me. What are we supposed to do? Well, I keep saying, de-emphasize anxiety. Reassure people. You meet people who say, you know, I'm really scared. I'm scared about my job. I'm scared. And so you say,
Okay.
you know, don't worry. You don't know enough to worry. That's God's truth. Who do you think you are that you should worry, for crying out loud? Don't worry. That's God's truth. It's a total waste of time. It presupposes such a knowledge of the situation that it is in fact a form of hubris You know, no, what you do is just pay your bills and, you know, pack heat if you need to, and don't worry. That's all. Yes. Worry is praying to the devil. That's great. Worry is betting against yourself. You know, Wu-Tang, a great Chinese Taoist who wrote many, many commentaries on the I Ching. He was asked at the end of his life, what was his conclusion of a life of studying the I Ching? He said, worry is preposterous. That was it. Don't worry. You don't know enough to worry. That's God's truth. Who do you think you are that you should worry, for crying out loud? Don't worry. That's God's truth. You don't know enough to worry. That's God's truth. Who do you think you are? Worry, for crying out loud. Don't worry. That's God's truth. Worry is preposterous. Don't worry. Worry is preposterous. Don't worry. Worry is preposterous. Worry is preposterous. Don't worry. Worry is preposterous. Worry is preposterous. Don't worry. That's God's truth.
Hey. I think about that all the time.
That's God's truth.
You don't know enough. You know what I mean? And it's preposterous. Just conjuring up all this nonsense. Praying to the very devil. When you could be doing the inverse. And if you look back over your life, you can spot that pattern. I know I can. I know I could. And everyone I've spoken to about it can do. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? When you're feeling good, good things happen.
God's truth.
When you're expecting good. Life is pretty simple, really, huh? Chad, reassure people. Deep words, they just hit different. Terence was ahead of his time in a lot of ways, and we have this weird situation these days where, like, you got this, like, weaponized anxiety situation going on. Everyone's all anxious or thinking they're anxious, and it breeds more anxiety, and it's kind of trendy to be anxious. Like, fucking even rappers who used to be the most confident, cool. Rappers are all talking about being fucking anxious. And then they're all fucking dying of, like, shit drugs.
God's truth.
You know what I mean? It's creepy, man. And unnecessary.
God's truth.
Reassure people.
God's truth.
Chow Chow says no one wants to hear your worries oral either. Oral, that's all. I mean, you're right. Yeah, no one wants to hear that shit. We got a song about that too. You know what I mean? Get them the fuck away from me.
God's truth.
Those I can't catch a break types. Those worrying motherfuckers. Those doom mongers. Mongering that doom. Bringing their misery around the place. Get them the fuck away from me.
God's truth.
Incidentally, people often, someone just said, Portishead. It's funny, this is the original version of this song, right? When I first made the beat, it sounded like this. realized it reminded me of a bunch of things. So it's like the vibe of that really reminded me of a bunch of stuff I loved. Which is a bit faster. There's a whole bunch of them actually. Because it's kind of like the canon. You know the canon, Pachelbel's canon, the descending thing. Do, 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 do. So this is the thing with this. And what I noticed, I might play a couple more. That tune, beat I did reminded me of all these things. But one thing these things all had that my beat did not. Is that bass line, this descending doom, 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 doom. There's another one, right? There's this one, for example.
Technique is ill, son. Watch how I spill one. Peace to Biggie, Tupac, Big L and Big Pun. Havoc on the streets of static. Snitches, house niggas, children watchers, they produce the same pattern. Somebody raped our women, murdered our babies, hit us with the cracks and guns in the early 80s. For those that murdered me shall stand before God.
How to get your stream usage.
Hands of faith, then out comes the rod. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. What the fuck is going on? I can't go to sleep. Feds jumping out their jeeps, I can't go to sleep. Babies with flies on their cheeks, it's hard to go to sleep. Inspo, 2 6s twice, I couldn't go to sleep. Hey yo, we deep in the stands, we carry can guns. Whippy got hit him with the big shit. Boom, boom, that Master G was mine. Then pass the league spot. Don't pass our niggas again, you took a cheap shot. I know we're fucking with me, you get your meat out. You know
Ghostface, Wu-Tang, that's a banger, right? And what they all got in common is they all got this sample in them. Where is it? Ah, yeah, there was it. You know?
I know you can hear me.
It's that descending thing.
See, we've known each other a long time. I guess right now you've got the last laugh. I know I abused you. I took advantage of you.
And then the other thing is that
I
strength.
used you selfishly. I apologize now. You see, because after suffering so much, you don't want to turn to, because I misuse you, and you're the only one that can straighten it. You see, love, I can't sleep. Can't even eat.
Incredible record.
Don't go anywhere anymore. And love, I'm begging you to help me. And love, if you help me just this once, I won't misuse you anymore.
Yeah, there you go.
I won't be cold anymore. And I'll forever keep you in my heart.
Ah, nice. That's good. That did it for me. That somehow I didn't even do that. The thing just DJ'd for me. Thank you very much. Hopefully that got rid of that before YouTube cancels the whole stream out of spite. But anyway, and there's tons more. There's tons more. So many things. But then I might have to do a presentation on this because I find it fascinating. Turns out that song in itself got that string part and that descending bass thing from a classical record, the name of which escapes me. But anyway, so that's how this diddly diddly diddly. This beat I did, I thought, so if I put the bass line descending and then add some strings, that'll be one of them joints. All that's different is that bass line, but it's like radically different. And then I'll put these strings up, which I played. And lo, we have this beautiful thing. And a new member of the family. I think I'm going to have to do some kind of thing where I track down all of the variations on that and put them all together in a DJ set of some kind. I think that'd be very cool. Back to the original. Strings, bass. Zinzi says, wait, did you say the original wasn't from Portishead? Portishead were one of many, many groups and artists that utilized the sample. And that song there, I don't know if I said what it was, that was Ike's Rap, is what that was, by Isaac Hayes. And many groups all around the same time. Tricky and Portishead, right, were both in the same city, Bristol, at the same time, both of them pioneering trip-hop in the early 90s, and they both used that sample and put out a record almost within weeks of each other, I think. But also there was Daydreaming Blue, that also had it. The I Monster one, aside from the one I played, that Beta Band song, which also had it. But then, like I was saying, I've got to track this down, I'll have to do it another day. But the Isaac Hayes song itself, its string and descending bass pattern was from a classical record. Laura Pip says, is that Christopher? Is what Christopher? Where's Christopher? Where? Where is Christopher? Huh? We need Christopher. Go back. Anyway, that was a complete deviation from our theme where, or was it? Yeah, or was it? Chad says, ooh, that kick in the back. Oh, hang on, let's see if I can find the Portishead one, let's see. It's a bit slower. There's Portishead. For I've been a temptress too long. It's a lot slower, isn't it? Yes. It's got that guitar. Now that guitar, something that sounded a lot like that. You remember you heard that in the Isaac Hayes song. I believe this was played. I can't remember his name. The guy who plays guitar in Portishead, he's really good. And then let's check out, just for completion's sake, let's go back and check out the Tricky record, which was made just around the corner at the same time.
From this time, unchained, we're all looking at a different picture through this new frame of mind. 1,000 flowers could bloom.
A firm for a soil, liquor I come for, so they juicy, so juicy. Dress me up in stitsy, hell is round the corner where I shelter. Isms and schisms, but living out a style that if you believe or deceit, common sense says shouldn't receive. Let me take you down the corridors of my life, and when you walk to
This was my joint.
your preference.
Don't get me wrong, Portishead's great, but I really like Tricky.
Further evidence, I seem to need a reference to get residence.
Like back in those days, he was like, you Oasis or Blur? Are you Tricky or Portishead?
Labor, I trust.
And, I loved it all. This, out of those tunes, this was my favorite one. And there's a version of this that's got the RZA on it. Gravediggers did a remix. It was on the B-side.
I seen the humans in short, the struggle for my family. We're hungry, beware of our appetite. Distant drums ringing news of a kill tonight. The kill which I share with my passengers. We take our fill, take our fill, take our fill. For us.
I wonder if, I bet, right? This is what I'm doing here is fair use. Right, but if I say this when YouTube inevitably strikes this stream, they will ignore me.
Asian remember this conversation of what's become of enemies. My brain thinks bomb-like, so I listen, he's a calm kind. As I grow, and as I grow,
my brain thinks bomb-like, right? That's so good.
Before the move, sit on the
Sheba, what's cracking? Says keep a pure and honest intent, and your path will become apparent.
Imperial
Exactly.
Sitch. Heat from the sun someday slowly passes. Until then,
That female backing vocal there even sounds like Lady from Portishead, doesn't it?
till then, you have to live with yourself. I stand firm for a soil. Liquor I come full. Juicy, so juicy. Dress me up.
I was in the chat, someone just said, RZA on this beat, hold up, I'll BRB. I just played you earlier though, Ghostface on this beat. And I think, is RZA on that song? I can't remember. So they're in a slightly different key, that's the difference.
Gonna give my heart away. Leave it to the other.
Zinzi says, do Massive Attack next. Tricky was in Massive Attack. I don't know if Massive Attack have got one of these, I can't remember. They probably did.
Love.
I think I will do at some point a larger presentation, and we need to name it, because that's the thing. Like just like Pachelbel's canon, that's the thing. The descending chord progression that's used in that. I'll see you when you get there.
Looking at a
You know what I mean? What other ones are there? All the young dudes. I Can't Stop Falling in Love with You. Lots of my songs, lots of Oasis songs. Anyway, we need a name for this. I guess what we'll do is we'll find the classical song which birthed that bass line and string part, and that will give it the name, I guess. Amanda just straight up nuked the chat with the generosity of spirit. Enviable to those without one, I guess, but typical of a meaning wave enjoyer. Jules Vaughan got one, Nolan got one, Ben Montgomery got one, Lucifer the Doberman got one, and so did this Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. Congratulations. Thank you, Amanda. God bless. Let me take you down the corridors of my life. Yo, yo, yo. This ain't nice to do what it is.
So you see, when you select an authority who will help you to improve yourself, it's like hiring the police out of your tax money.
No, I found another one, sort of, possibly. Did I? We'll speed it up a bit, but I think I found one. I didn't even know. This is great.
What happens is that the old fascination disappears, an echo remains, and the old fascination disappears.
I would say this belongs in that family. What do you reckon?
The old fascination disappears, an echo remains, and you have, as it were, the vestige of mythology. The problem of our present age is to recreate the mythology for today on which people will live, on which the society will grow.
Zinzi, who was responsible for that deviation, says, thanks for educating me. Well, it was the Meaningwave University.
People aren't always...
We'll be discussing descending bass lines and Bristol.
It is taking shape.
Jules Vaughn, Black Moses, Isaac Hayes. My mum had that album, banger.
Our great poets, our great scientists.
Banger album.
Erwin Schrödinger's little book.
And it was from that album, yes.
This is a vision of a poet and of a first-rate physical scientist. And it has the same song in it that one reads and hears in the old Upanishads. And
Stu Bo says, Tricky all the way, baby. Team Tricky, what's up?
It's still ours.
It's still ours.
It is in us. It is in the universe. Nature is still ours. It is in us. It is in the universe. Secondary to that is the social situation. Now in our society, the social problem is turned over largely to the police and to Congress. It's a purely practical matter. However, the creatures that constitute the society, these are today the neighbor. They really are. The idea of a personal God living somehow somewhere else, out there. There is no out anymore. There's no more up there. It's awfully difficult to validate. But it seems to me if one's looking for the personality of God, it's right here in the multitudinous personalities of those around us. Nature is still ours. It is in us. It is in the universe. Nature is still ours. It is in us. It is in the universe. Everything I find in the poets and the scientists who push through to this mystery.
Joseph Campbell, nature is still ours.
As our neighbors, not to the planet, but to that other one, the thou whom you face, who's not the thou you would want him to be. He's other. And it's that recognition of otherness that is absolutely basic and necessary. Now this doesn't mean that you have to give up your otherness in recognition of him. There may darn well be collision. But it's got to be collision with reverence and respect.
Yep. Doesn't have a sample of Ike's rap in it, but then again, neither does Don't Worry. But it's of the family. And a beautiful family it is too.
Is that the old...
Alrighty, we got to do the international high five by Joe. So let's do that. Let me know where you are and what does faith mean to you. Or maybe something you have faith in. I have faith in you. Every day I have faith in you to turn up. I mean, here's the thing. I could show up, but if you lot didn't show up, well, what would we be doing? What would we be doing? I'd be the tree that falls in the woods with no ears to catch the sound. Therefore, there would be no sound. You see what I mean? I have faith that I will step up here and you'll be here. And look, you are. Look at you. You're beautiful too. Look at you. What up, Henry? Says, much love, Akira. Carpe diem. Yeah, carp that DM. Cop that motherfucking DM. Cop it. Richard says, I have faith in my wife. Yeah, me too. Imagine not having faith in your wife. That'd be crazy. If you're going to have faith in anyone or anything, it should be that. Jules Vaughan, Colorado, Chicken In. Casey, Alberta, A New Beginning. Sheba, I'm in Seattle. I have faith in mañana. Tomorrow, yes you do. Sagittarius, in the car, trust. What, you have faith in your car? That's brave. Derek from Texas, I used to think Joseph Campbell and Obama sounded similar. Just that Campbell isn't a complete douche. Obama isn't a na-na-na-na. I play that on the party stream. Have you heard that song? It's crazy. Derek from Texas, I used to think Joseph Campbell, and I read that already. Stubo, I have faith in decent humans, and they are many here. There are many here. They are many here, and there are many here. Both are true. Tommy Nation, Norway. I have faith in my family and staying strong together. Yes, me too. Zinzi, Switzerland, Heil Odin. Exactly that. Shouts out to Odin all day long. Laura Pitt, talking about something else? Good. CH, Puerto Rico, I still have faith in humanity. Me too. I have loads of faith in humanity. Humanity is epic. Humanity is epic. Humanity is you. Humanity is all of you beautiful things out here. And if you're not great, which you are, and you're quite like lots of other people in a lot of ways, right? So I would say that's the truth. Calais, Fla checked in. The way, the truth, and the life. Quite right too. Dewey Evans, hello from Newfoundland, Canada. Becca H, Louisiana, and I have faith in MAZ. My Goggle Whiskey, Lake Tahoe, send love. German arenas, the sound is there whether my ears show up or not. That's faith in Kabbalah. Haha. German from Queens, NY. Ill Inc. Denver, I have faith in first responders. Laura Pip, I have faith in good people too, but not in cars at the moment. Ours aren't behaving at the minute. Yeah, you can't have faith in cars. Cars. Alec Moran, Michigan, faith in love. Yay, look, he's not in jail. I too have faith in love. I see, I like all these. I haven't seen anything I disagree with. And therefore, I deem this a good time to do a high five. Of the international variety, we are indeed international. Mexico, Norway, Canada, all manner of places where people aren't asleep. Alright. 3, 2, 1. High five. Hey. I'm gonna dedicate this to you, and you.
One of the oldest dramatic representations we know of is St. George and the Dragon. The dragon lives in the ground, chased there by heroes of previous generation, now and then re-emerging. Kills people, right? These are skulls around its lair. Threatens the integrity of the community, like everything unexpected does. Hero comes out. Slays the dragon. Frees the treasure. Dragons hoard gold. The thing you most need is always to be found. Or at least one of them.
Those that have everything more will be given. We become what we think about. Always look for the helpers.
You know, my mother used to say, a long time ago, whenever there would be any really catastrophe that was in the movies or on the air, she would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. She would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. You know, even just on the sidelines. That's why I think that if news programs could make a conscious effort of showing rescue team, of showing who medical people, anybody who is coming into a place where there's a tragedy, to be sure that they include that. Because if you look for the helpers, you'll know that there's hope. She would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. She would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. She would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. She would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers.
Akira The Don and Fred Rogers. Always look for the helpers. Thank you, Sheba. Thing, right? We become what we think about. It's those that have everything more will be given. Always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. Always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers.
I don't know about that. Some
no, they will.
Maybe. Just don't have discipline.
Oh.
There's also an issue with momentum. You're not used to doing it. It's not a part of your life. It's not something you're accustomed to pushing yourself. There's been many days where I didn't want to work out. I just didn't feel like I had the energy, and I just forced myself. And I think there's very few people out there that know how to force themselves. That's a learned skill. You have to have like real rigid requirements of yourself where you don't allow yourself to back out of things. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. Go. Do something.
Do something.
Do something.
Do something.
Do something. Do something. Excuses are a giant part of the problem. It's not simply a physical health issue. There's also mental aspects of it, and discipline's a big one. I just know way too many people who are weak mentally. I can't just chalk it off to only the way they physically feel. Because I felt like shit 100 times, and then I worked out, and then I felt way better. It's just a fact of life. That's real. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something.
Go.
Do something.
Go.
Do something. If you're used to doing it, get in your car, sit down.
Faith.
The office, sit down.
Faith.
Lunch, sit down. Go to the board meeting, sit down. Get in your car, sit down. Get home, sit down. gym, fuck off. It's one thing if someone has a legit physical issue, but there's a lot of people who do not. They just have poor diet choices, they have a sedentary lifestyle, and they have the momentum of this sedentary lifestyle that's holding them back. They're accustomed to being lazy. You don't have to do a lot, you just have to do something. You walk up hills, you jump a little rope, you take a little tiny kettlebell, you do a couple cleans and presses, you do a few push-ups, you do a few sit-ups, you get your blood pumping, you're moving, you're alive. To say you don't have enough energy to exercise, that is crazy to say. Walk to the fucking refrigerator.
Faith.
Well, you can exercise. Do something. No. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just walk around the block. There's 80-year-old ladies who take yoga with me. They're fucking really old. And they're in there. They're going after it. They could easily say, I don't have the energy to do that. But they don't. It's a mental attitude. They make a decision. You don't have to kill yourself. You don't have to go to a CrossFit class and try to do the workout of the day. You don't have to go.
No, you could.
You don't have to do that. But you have to do something.
That's what I did.
Your body has requirements. It wants to move. It wants to move. And when it does, you feel better. But people like to give themselves this excuse. I do not have the energy to do this. Whatever. Oh! If you decide that, that's true. But if you watch a motivational video, there's 100 of them on YouTube. It's how easy. You go watch one, you get fired up, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna jump some rope. Get after it. Jump some rope. Do something. Do some push-ups. Do something. You feel better. Do something. 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 Pull that shit up, James. We have fucked up lifestyles. The human body is not designed to sit down all day.
Nah.
And it's certainly not designed to be stuck in traffic and be in the office and just be in front of a fucking computer monitor watching your soul get sucked through the LCD screen. It's crazy. We gotta be really careful with just the way we describe things. It's like saying, I don't have the energy to do something. Stop.
Good Lord. Faith. Faith. All these people saying the same thing, talking about the same thing.
Akira The Don is? Of course. He's amazing.
Losers have goals. Losers, winners have systems. Losers have goals. Losers, winners have systems.
Oh boy, on my workout today, says Brian Thomas, the song Losers helped push me through a hard lift. MEANINGWAVE is the best gym wave. Yeah, that's what we aiming at, baby. Soundtracking your life. Whatever you're doing, wherever you at. Ultimate.
Do you know who Akira
Peak.
The Don is? Of course. He's amazing.
Losers have goals. Losers, winners have systems. Losers have goals. Losers, winners have systems. And these systems have been around forever. Been around forever.
They've been around forever.
Losers have goals. Losers, winners have systems. The same system to getting fit, getting rich, changing your physique has been around forever. Hypertrophy training and proper macronutrients. But can you stick to it?
Huh?
Can you stick to it? The same system for being financially sound or independent has been around forever. Understanding the compound effect, compounding interest, letting your money work
For you.
Can you be disciplined enough to get enough money to have it work for you? Can you be disciplined enough to drop the weight and keep it off? Would I be worth watching if I was fucking 40 pounds heavier? No. Would I be able to stay as disciplined as I need to if I was still drinking on a weekend? No. Would I be where I'm at today if I didn't have my daily routine? No! Losers have goals.
not that different, just different habits. Confucius said that. Everybody's the same, just different habits. So I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how to do this. You get yourself in the best shape you've ever been in. And you start to feel that high frequency. You start to vibe high, you start to see life different, then you start to see the value in looking better and feeling better. Before that, you will have dropped your vices. All alcohol, all drugs, and everything's gotta go. Now you're really understanding that this is the best you've ever felt. You've had money, you've had everything going your way. You've never felt this good. So this trumps all of that. If I choose to self-sabotage myself, my frequency is so low that I can't see all the great things in my life. So the first thing you need to do is get yourself into that high-frequency lifestyle and become attached to it. Once you've done that, then you can teach others to do exactly what you did. Go!
What's the system?
Faith. Systems have been around forever. Been around forever. Have been around forever. Losers have dreams. Winners have systems. Whoa!
What up, Cedric Tech? Appreciate you. What up, Brian Thomas? Hey.
I knew I was going to make it. Because
What up, the repair?
as a person. So the work is easy once you make it as a person.
Faith.
Akira.
You've lived a life dominated by doubt and fear. How do you step into bravery?
Faith.
You know, I actually
Perfect example right here.
took this question and I answered the question in one word. Step.
Go.
Step.
Whoa.
Step into bravery. That's how you step into bravery. Take the step.
All aboard, whoa.
Step into bravery. That's how you step into bravery. Take the step. Step aggressively towards your fear. That step towards your fear is the step into bravery. We're scared of what we don't know. And there's only one way to learn and to know, and that is to confront that fear. You have to step.
Step into bravery. That's how you step into bravery. Take the step. Step into bravery.
That's how you step into bravery. Take the step.
Faith.
Step. You have to go. And this simple action, this simple attitude, it answers so many questions. So many questions. How do you get to the gym every day? You step.
You go.
How do you change your diet? You step. You go. How do you overcome fear of failure or fear of success or fear of fear itself? You step.
Whoa.
Step into bravery. That's how you step into bravery.
Take the step.
Step.
Whoa.
Step into bravery. That's how you step into bravery.
Take the step.
You step.
You go.
You step.
You go.
You step.
You go. Uh-oh.
Step. You go. You step. You go. You step. You go. How do you face the fear of the unknown? You step. Don't wait anymore. Don't think anymore. Don't plan anymore. Don't contemplate anymore. Don't make any more excuses or justifications. Don't rationalize anything else. No, no, and no. Instead, be aggressive. Take action now. And what is the first action that you need to take? What's the first step you need to take? The first step you need to take is just
Faith.
step into bravery.
say you step into bravery. Take the step. Step into bravery. Hey, step into bravery. You take the step. You step. You go. You step. You go. You step. You go. You step. You go. Faith. You step.
The truth always carries the ambiguity of the words.
Songs about faith.
Answers are a perilous grip on the universe. They can appear sensible, yet explain nothing. And thinking you know something is a sure way to blind yourself. All proofs inevitably lead to propositions which have no proof. All things are known because we want to believe in them.
All things are known, cause we want to believe in them. All things are known, cause we want to believe in them. All things are known, cause we want to believe in them. All things are known.
Humans have such a powerful need that their own belief structure be the true belief. If it gives you pleasure or a sense of security, and if it is incorporated into your belief structure, what a powerful dependency that creates. What a powerful dependency that creates. Paradox is a pointer telling you to look beyond it. If paradoxes bother you, that betrays your deep desire for absolutes. Ultimately, all things are known because you want to believe you know.
All things are known, cause you want to believe you know. All things are known, cause you want to believe you know. All things are known, cause you want to believe you know. All things are known.
Be warned. Understand nothing. All comprehension is temporary. Everything you do, everything you sense and say is experiment. No deduction final. Nothing stops until dead, and perhaps not even then, because each life creates endless ripples. Kick the truth and shatter it. Kick the truth and shatter it. If you need something to worship, then worship life. All life, every last crawling bit of it. We are all in this beauty together.
All things are known, cause we want to believe in them. All things are known, cause we want to believe in them. All things are known, cause we want to believe in them. All things are known. All things are known. All things are known, cause we want to believe
must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it is gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? Pain. Pain. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? Pain. Pain. You've heard of animals chewing off a leg to escape a trap? That's an animal kind of trick. A human would remain in the trap, endure the pain, feigning death that he might kill the trapper and remove a threat to his kind. Why are you doing this?
Why are you doing this?
To determine if you're human. Be silent. It burns. Silence. His world emptied of everything except the hand immersed in agony. He thought he could feel skin curling black on that agonized hand, the flesh crisping and dropping away until only charred bones remained. Oh! 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 Pain. Pain. What's in the box? What's in the box?
Pain. Faith. Faith.
It stopped as though a switch had been turned off. The pain stopped. Enough. Take your hands from the box, young human, and look at it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. He jerked his hand from the box, stared at it astonished. Not a mark. No sign of agony on the flesh. He held up the hand, turned it, flexed the fingers. She sniffed. A human can override any nerve in the body. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it is gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain.
Dune wave is pure gold, says Casey. That's true. That's true. Make some noise for that Dune wave. We had 2 songs from there. Both they were the last 2 songs on the album. Both concerned faith, quite explicitly. One concerning one interpretation of faith, another one concerning, of course, the inverse. Fear. Linda Dancy says I had to mention Hebrews 11:1. 1:1:1. It defines faith as the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. We've got some congratulations going on in the chat. What's going on? Free Consciousness passed the notary exam. Felicidades. Congratulations, Free Consciousness. Excelente. Zinzi is telling people to listen to the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, heads will roll for some reason. Bam, 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 bam. We played that on a party stream last week at an epic moment of some kind. I think I mixed it into Michael Jackson. I mixed it into Barbra Streisand. And then Michael Jackson, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. That was great. If you want to watch that back, Zinzi, and anyone else, you can't watch it on YouTube because they yeeted it, but you can watch it on Patreon. Look, here's meaningwave.com. Guess why? Guess who? Get what? What? Because happiness is a side effect of meaning. Look, you can also go over there and get Dunewave on CD and cassette, and you can also get lovely associated Dunewave merch. When I say merch, I mean premium apparel. Look, we got a velvet t-shirt that says fear is the mind killer. Are you kidding me or what? Or what? Good Lord, how sauce is that? Look, it's got a big Meaningwave logo on the back. Sauce. So yeah, you can do that at meaningwave.com. You can also hit the blog section and look up streams that you missed that got yeeted. Like this one. I think this is the one where I did that thing. So you can go here, right, and you go, oh, well, I can't see that stream. It's not on YouTube. They deleted it. It was blocked in all countries. All of them. Not 2, not 3, not 7. All. However, if you're a channel member, you can download the audio and video. And if you're on our Patreon, you can go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com, Akira The Don. And look, you can. It's in there. It's there for you to watch luxuriously in a player, so you can see me do things with the yeah yeah yeahs there. Yeah, there. How about that? Magic, sac magique. What else do you need to know about now I've got my internet open? While we've got the internet on the screen, you should also know that tomorrow, mañana, and you might want to open up your YouTube in another tab so you can do this. Try again. There you go. Home. Navigate to the home and look. Oh, what's this? That looks nice. What's that lovely image? New Life mixtape. What's this? A new Meaningwave mixtape. Premieres in 12 hours. Oh shit! You want to go there? Isn't that pretty? Look at this. You'll not believe how long this took me to do. This visual for this mixtape. It took a month. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Notifications on. Notify yourself for that stream because that'll be happening tomorrow morning, 10. I think it's 10 my time. Because then I think it's 11. And I'll drop a link in the Discord, and I'll drop a link on Twitter, and I'll drop a link in the Telegram. But I'm going to be on Eric Hunley's show tomorrow, and I don't know if it's on his regular channel. Or I think he's got a new channel or something. So tomorrow morning we can enjoy this mix. And actually, I might be able to set up in the back end to go raid Eric, and then we can go see Eric Hunley talking to me. How about that? So that'll be fun. Yay. I really like this art, says someone. Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. Shaky says exceptional artwork. Thank you very much. It is a very lovely visual. You'll enjoy it when you see it. A lot of love went into it. And it's a lovely tape as well. For this kind of sort of time of year and this time of our lives, you know, this time of being. I think you're all going to enjoy it very much. Anyway, so yeah, do that stuff. Meaningwave.com. Maybe open that up in another window and go browse the Dunewave section and get yourself all the Dunewave stuff because it's great. What's going on in here? Shaky says beautiful. Jills Vaughan says, new homeschooling brain jams, notify me. Stubo says, praise to Lord Sandhu Shioba. That one is lost on me. Christopher Bartley says, Meaningwave Ranger panties. There, I said it. I have to look up Ranger panty now. Is that just a regular panty? I'm looking it up on this screen. Ranger panty. I feel like this is something that I used to know and I've somehow forgotten. Ranger panty. It's men's. Men have panties. Since when? Oh, that's shorts. You mean shorts? Shorts are called panties now. What in the name of jibbity bob is that? That seems wrong to me somehow. I must have missed a memo. That's just the shorts I wear at CrossFit. And yeah, I do want some Meaningwave ones. The shorts we have currently are quite long. I don't wear those to CrossFit. And I need new shorts for CrossFit because I've done too many squats and my gyat is now too big and bulbous and voluminous and glorified. And it's not fitting in my shorts properly. So I need new ones. So I too need, I can't call shorts Ranger panties. That's fucked up. What's wrong with you people? Who came up with that? That was like the same person. Was that Edward Bernays? I feel there's a psyop in there somewhere. I ain't feeling it. Richard says, they are boxer briefs with a gusset. We'll call them boxer briefs then. With a gusset. Fucking with panties. For Army Rangers. Why do Army Rangers need panties for? Come on. What is this? Ye gods and little amphibians. Stubo says Meaningwave jockstrap. Obviously. I used to sell lady pants in the early days of Akira The Don when I had the blob with me. Old school people will remember he was my little homie that I drew. Little pink fellow. Big bubbly eyes. And I used to sell ladies' underwear that had him on the front part of the ladies' underwear, and they did very well. Ladies loved the Akira The Don knickers. See, British people say knickers, Americans say panties, right? And you don't say boy knickers or Ranger knickers. You say shorts. That's what you do. Jules Vaughan says Gooch is voluminous. Sounds like a children's book. Ooey. Ooey. Oh, what's my song about?
Here's the thing. Science has only proven maybe, I think, 4 things in the history of science. So that's why there's a theory of evolution, even though evolution is I think, certain. It certainly happened. I think evolution certainly happened. Now, well, here's the thing.
People talking about pants in the chat.
This is only
if this isn't nice, I don't know what else is Casey.
4 things.
Stubo says, I do remember the blob.
So
Laura Pip says, how did I not hear about them?
That's why there's a theory.
MySpace days. Stubo, yes. I would have rocked them, says Laura Pip. Well, maybe I'll bring them back.
4 things. And
bring back lady pants.
So well, here's the thing.
Make some noise for Norm. I want to see a lot of bananas in the chat, please.
Maybe, I think, 4 things in the history of science. So that's why there's a theory of evolution, even though evolution is I think, certain. It certainly happened. I think evolution certainly happened. Now, I could say to you if I wanted to that it is a theory because they haven't proven it. But I believe it. When I hear Stephen Hawking say there is no God, I go, what kind of scientist is that? I mean, I heard him say that. I heard him say there is no God. It's a fairy tale. That's not a scientist. physicist in the entire world is saying something out of obvious prejudice. I did not hear the whole quote, to be fair. But I was kind of shocked that science says, like, we've given up. I don't know when scientists started saying things were unknowable. That's a new one on me. Unknowable. That's a new one on me. Unknowable. That's a new one on me. Because that's not a scientific term as far as I know. Unknowable? I think they could. I don't think scientists could possibly use that term unknowable because it infers that they can see into the future. I don't have the powers of a scientist. I certainly couldn't prove the existence of the planet Mercury, if that's even a planet anymore. I can prove anything. I'm just taking their word for it. No, I'm all for science because I want them to make things that'll make me live longer and stuff, you know? But I would like eternal life. I would like some proof, one way or the other, that God doesn't exist. I don't care what you prove. Like, at least prove one of them. I don't know when scientists started saying things were unknowable. That's a new one on me. Unknowable. That's a new one on me. Unknowable. That's a new one on me. Because that's not a scientific term as far as I know.
Unknowable. Faith. A lot of people have faith in space. Ain't no been no space. Ain't never been up there, but like that space. They got faith in stars. They got faith that the sun is what people say it is, and it's as far away as they say it is. You've got so much faith, you gotta have faith. George Michael said that. Because you do, because otherwise you go, what the fuck am I doing?
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. One heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on, hold
If. Song's about faith. In case you didn't know, I often do that thing where I just assume people know. That's a song called If. It's from the album Get Some. Features Jocko Willink on vocals. You might not know who he is. He's a right lad. He's a good lad. He's a fantastic being, and has caused a lot of good in the world. We've got a song called Good. Lots of people like it. It's a good song. I'm just trying to explain Jocko to people. He was reading a poem from Rudyard Kipling from 100 odd years ago. And I turned it into a song, you know. It's one of the things I do if you're new around here. You know what I mean? He's an admirer of double rainbows. He does like a double rainbow. And frankly, who does not? You know what I mean? Who does not like a double rainbow? You show me someone who does not enjoy a double rainbow, I'll show you someone who does not appreciate life and does not deserve it. And should be yeeted into the sun.
What does it mean? Oh my God. Double rainbow. It's a double rainbow. A double rainbow across the sky. What does it mean? Oh my God. Double rainbow.
Double rainbow.
It's a double rainbow.
It's a double rainbow.
A double rainbow.
Across the sky.
Across the sky.
Across the sky. What does it mean?
Oh my God.
Double rainbow. Double rainbow. Across the sky. Oh my
It's a
God.
double rainbow.
It's a double rainbow. What does it mean?
Rainbow. Across the
What does it
sky.
mean?
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Oh my God.
Double rainbow. What does it mean? Across the
It's a
sky.
double rainbow.
What does it
double
mean?
rainbow.
Double rainbow, double rainbow, across the sky, across the sky. What does it mean? Oh my God, what does it mean? Oh my God. Double rainbow, across the sky, across the sky. What does it mean? Oh my God, double rainbow, oh my God. Double rainbow, across the sky, across the sky. What does it mean? Oh my God, double rainbow, double rainbow. Faith. Well, I guess it would be nice.
Sometimes life is like this dark tunnel. You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel, but if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place.
Akira.
Just keep moving. You will come to a better place.
I guess it would be nice.
You will come to a better place.
It is important to draw wisdom from many different places. If we take it from only one place, it becomes rigid and stale. Understanding others, the other elements, and the other nation will help you become whole.
It is usually best to admit mistakes when they occur, and to seek to restore honor.
Perfection and power are overrated. I think you are very wise to choose happiness and love.
Sometimes life is like this dark tunnel.
You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel, but if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place. You gotta have faith. Keep moving. You gotta have faith.
You will come to a better place. Just keep moving. You will come to a better place.
People see me and think I'm weak. They want to take care of me. But I can take care of myself by myself.
You sound like my nephew. Always thinking you need to do things on your own without anyone's support. There is nothing wrong with letting people who love you help you. There is nothing wrong with letting people who love you help you.
Sometimes life is like this dark tunnel.
You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel,
but if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place.
Just keep moving.
You will come to a better place.
Just keep moving.
You will come to a better place.
Tunnel. You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel, but if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place. Faith. That's the trick. When you're going through hell, keep going. You gotta have faith. You will come to a better place. That a better place exists. That's how you find it. That's the trick. And sometimes, you have to start small. Picture something a bit nice that feels maybe achievable. And then you can work bigger. But you have to step. You have to move in the direction of the thing, because you have to do that to step. A little baby, he been crawling around his whole life and he is not falling because he stayed on the ground. When he raises up, I remember when Hercules did it. Hercules got up on a plane. We were flying to the USA from the UK for the first time together, Hercules crawled onto that plane and he strode off it. He came up in the middle, right? So you little baby, you're gonna stand up. You gotta have faith that you won't die. That's a faith thing. You go up, right? When you put that foot in front of the other foot, you're doing that in the faith that you will not fall on your ass and smash your spleen. And so it seems we must do that with everything in life. Because if you do not take the step, you will not walk. If you do not act in faith and take that step, you will not leave. You will not go anywhere. So you have to have that faith in a better place, in a brighter tomorrow, in the thing that you dream of, whatever it is. Otherwise, you will not get it. Faith is the component that is required for the achievement of that which is your heart's desire. And for the achievement that is your birthright and your purpose. By Joe! Just keep moving. Being here tonight, brothers and sisters. This has been Akira The Don of the Meaningstream, and you. And And it's been a lovely time as always. And as always, this stream is brought to you by MEANINGWAVE.com. MEANINGWAVE.com, because happiness is a side effect of meaning. Head on over to MEANINGWAVE.com. Perhaps enjoy a stream that you cannot see anymore. Perhaps cop a t-shirt. Perhaps hit resources and support Meaning Wave, where you could, if you wished, send us a Bitcoin, a whole Bitcoin, with the Bitcoin address. So you could send us something on Patreon or PayPal or ETH or Venmo, or support Meaning Wave in whichever way you wish. There are so many ways. And, you know, I have faith that you will, which is how this operation keeps going. I have faith that you'll be back tomorrow for another delightful stream, and that you'll join us for this new mixtape. That would be fun. We have so many wonderful things coming up for you. I am so excited to share the new music with you. 2 albums worth of material coming in the next sort of weeks, really. And today I did the first song from the album that follows that. And you're all going to love that because it's something that everybody loves, but it's something that's never happened before. I did something brand new today. It was very exciting. Ah, yeah. And with that being said, it's time for us to depart. We don't have to go our separate ways. You could all go hang out in the Discord. Either way, I look forward to seeing you again, and I'm grateful that you were here tonight. Ain't nowhere else I'd rather be than right here. At this epic moment in the human story. Hit that like gently in the groin, in the, what do they call Ranger panties. On the way out, leave a comment. Head on over to meaningwave.com. We'll see you very soon. Love to you and your family. Good night and God bless. Bleat Lama just gave away 5 subs right at the end. Val Victor's got one. Jenno got one. Sven Dinosaur got one. Alicia got one. That's so nice. Shaky says, this was an awesome night tonight. Thank you, Akira. JC the Lionheart says, if this ain't nice, I don't know what is. Gary Smith says, God bless you, brother. God bless us. Everyone.
Perfect.